Hi, my name's Andrew Wedgbury and I want to present to you my research proposal, and the title of my research is Things That Go Bump on the Net. My research looks into the ways in which social media particularly influence the contemporary belief in the supernatural. So, do ghosts exist? It's a difficult question, one that has been controversial for at least the last 100 years. But this is the basis of my research project. So perhaps the best way to find out this answer is to use the traditional way to ask this question, whether ghosts exist, and let's use the Ouija board. So, do ghosts exist? Is there any scientific proof of ghosts? Round and round she goes, and that seems to be a pretty definite no. So, do ghosts exist then, in that case? Oh, no. Well, probably not is the real answer. And this is the problem, is that the people want to believe. The historical desire to believe. And this has been fed over the years in many ways, really. And this is it. This is the thing. We want to believe. And why do we want to believe? Well, it's obviously because of the overwhelming proof. Over the years, technology has been particularly responsible for proving to us that ghosts do indeed exist. Photographs pop up every now and again. Here are some of the most famous ones. And these photographs, just as people are starting to forget about the ghostly world and the paranormal, seem to pop up and remind us that yes, there are ghosts in the world and things that we can't explain. So really, all I'm saying is Casper, our ghost friend, is a bit of a technological genius. Ever since the beginning of technology, it's served a purpose to prove to people that ghosts exist. Cameras came along and we started to get photos of ghosts. Recordings came along and all of a sudden we can get recordings of ghosts. Apparently, people that have been dead over 500 years can indeed operate a digital recorder, which is quite startling, really. So really what I'm saying is that technology has been the driving force behind the increased or the continued belief in ghosts for probably the last 100 years or so, and social media is no exception. One only has to take a look at Facebook to see the proliferation of pages about ghosts, about the paranormal, about UFOs, things that we know in our heart of hearts don't exist, but which for some reason, some part of the human psyche wants to believe. And what I'm interested in is why and how do these groups feed that continued belief in society. So really, my question is, what role does social media play in the continued belief in the paranormal? I'm going to take a participatory approach to answering the question and do some autoethnography by actually partaking in these groups, trying to understand the people that are involved in them, and researching from an insider's perspective, where I hope I can get a better angle on the general beliefs. There are several issues with this approach. One, of course, is ethics. I am going to be posing as a believer, although I am not. I'm not saying that my time in these groups won't make me a believer, although I have my doubts. But this poses quite a difficult ethical problem, which needs some thought, which I am still working on at the moment. Also, I need to consider my own beliefs in this area. I need to be part of the subject, but also sit on both sides of the fence, and that's what I do in real life. Actually, I am a little bit of a believer, and in the past I have organised shows and events around the paranormal and ghosts, basically evenings of illusion and tricks that I understand how they work, which convince people that there are ghosts, and I have done that for entertainment in the past. Now I'm going to be taking myself into a role where I am part of a very deeply believing online community, and I need to remember to make some sort of separation between my beliefs and their beliefs in order to not ridicule or influence in any way, and that's going to be quite difficult and also needs some continued thought. But I think that gives a nutshell of what my research is about. It's about belief and how online communities influence each other and promote alternative beliefs.